Pandas, 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 pandas. Good morning, my pandas, and welcome to my stream on Bye Bye Money. I'm glad that you guys are here. You could spend your morning anywhere today, literally in the world, but you're finding yourself here, and for that, I am grateful. It's nice to have everyone joining the stream. In Rothable, good morning. BF, good morning. Wayne Bignell, good morning. From the North Georgia mountains, day trading like a predator, good morning. SW Blaze, good morning. Yeah, drop a GM in the chat. Also location. Looks like you guys are confused on what kind of day it's gonna be today, at least from the voting. Andrew Gibson, good morning. Corsi, good morning. Welcome, guys. Treat for you guys. I will be having a runner today, so. What I have right now is a breaker trend to new low. And this new low pushes again. Yeah, break a trend new low, and then I break above the 20 MA, and we find ourselves with no entries whatsoever. I mean, this is a higher low second entry long, so maybe here, but tricky. A, B, C, A. Higher low second entry long. Perhaps with a trap, it might be reasonable to go long here. V bottom, essentially. You know, there was news at 8:30. I believe the job numbers released, and the market initially processed it like this, and now it's going back up. So at the end, price action is king, because if the market, you know, if the news is actually bad or good, you know, it wouldn't just reverse like this. At the end, who cares what the news says? At the end, it's about price action. Price, you know, the news can do anything. I've seen, like, you know, earnings reports, great earnings reports, and then, you know, the stock would just, you know, fall like 20% or something. Corsi says bad trading day yesterday. Yeah, I mean, if you look at yesterday's price action, hooey. I mean, anyone who says they had a good time yesterday, I have a hard time believing them. I mean, honestly, you know how frustrating it was. Yesterday on stream, I lost these two trades. I lost this one, and I lost this one, 2 in a row. And right after the stream, I entered it again, seeing this strong bull bar. And I attempted again, and ended up catching the swing, making up all these losses. But still, during the stream, it's unfortunate. You know, I had like a two-legged pullback here, right, with the outside bar reversal. Fails, and I tried it again just with the second entry long, and then that actually fails as well. And then finally, when that failure fails, that's when the strong reversal happens. So. But I mean, look at this. Look at all these magenta boxes. Every single one of these magenta boxes means that the price cannot go more than 2 points. Could not scalp more than 2 points. So every single magenta box here basically are traps. So basically, you had a very choppy day, and these are traps going upwards. Very tough. Very tough. Tough as in, like, you just are just sitting on your hands for a very long time. Pretty much from here, you don't really have a good setup. And the hard part is you don't have a good setup until it's too late, typically. But then you realize how many overlapping bars there are going in and out of the 20 MA here. It's just very difficult to trade. Even though you know it's going up like this, you know, it's hard to enter any of these trades. Very difficult. Carl Herman, good morning. Richard Harris, good morning. Frank Angelo, good morning. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. This is a trap trade here. It's enticing, but in my opinion, this looks a little choppy. Overlapping bars, many dojis in a row. Again, doji here, overlapping bars. Not enough room to the top here for this trap. Just tricky. Just looks a little sus. Yeah, it's way too many overlapping bars here. Very sus. Plus about 5 minutes into the market open. Just gonna sit on my pause. Gonna get a quick chart check here. Let me know if my charts look like yours. Appreciate the confirmation. Market's about to open 4 minutes, and right now this trap is looking sus here, and looks like it's about to fail. Pretty surprised about that. You're still in this trade. Your stop loss will be under here, or even under here if you want to extend it a point. You have a double bottom here currently. This could create a two-legged pullback now. A, B, C, two-leggy. But very choppy, right? Many overlapping bars. Cody M, try to reload again. If I'm matching with a couple people, I think that is more telling than me not matching with someone. But try again. Try to reload historical again and see if it matches. So you would just lost your trade if you went long there. starting to look like a trading range of some sort. Just have so many overlapping bars.
Five-minute trap.
We have a very small two-legged pullback. A, B, C. Potentially. To go up here. 2 minutes to market open. All good, Cody. Good morning, Syed. Appreciate the chart check. Thanks, guys. I think we're good to go here. Just too choppy, but potential move up. Back up to yesterday's close. That's a nice signal bar. 1, 2, 3. About 4.5 points of risk if you're going to enter with a stop loss. Sorry, stop order right above it. Pandas, 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 pandas. Alright, pandas, market, it's about to open. There it is. Boom. Don't like to enter a trade for the market open. We have a 5-minute trap here. About to trigger. Does trigger the 5-minute trap. Still a little sus. Don't know what's gonna happen here. Okay, finally get a nice push up here. Just a little too choppy. Clearly above the 20 MA though. I mean, if you're willing to take a 4-point risk there, or 4.5-point risk, potentially, but you gotta recognize that that was chop. We started to overlap. The thing is, even though we overlapped, we didn't really go in and out of the 20 MA, so could have credence to go along there. Break a trend here, right, with a spike in channel. We have a small break a trend here and may test the high, new high. With the higher low, I'll be interested in going long here. Terrible signal bar though. Terrible signal bar. Can't really take that trade. If this ends up strong bullish bar, then maybe I'll enter with a retracement. Some follow through. May want to take this retracement. Looks like it's about to fail here. Ooh, no, don't want to enter that anymore. Ooh, that was close. Almost made me enter that trade. Getting choppy. Again, another attempt, but this is even more risk. 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 points of risk here. I gotta take it with some sort of retracement. This is too much risk for me. 1, 2, 3. Be willing to take 4 points risk here. Oh, almost made me enter again. It's moving so quick. All right, I'm just keeping my trades far away. It almost made me enter again. If I didn't have those COD reflexes. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little too choppy. Could be a trading range like this. Failed breakdown. Really too choppy to make any trades here. Cannot discern anything from this. Starting to make a triangle here. Just no idea. It's too choppy. I have no idea which way this can go. Emmanuel says, I heard hedge fund managers hire people based on if they were good at Call of Duty. I highly doubt that, but okay, cool. Starting to break out here, break up from this triangle. I'll take maybe a trap trade to the long side, looking for that new high. Otherwise, very choppy. Breakout to fail breakdown or breakout. A failed breakout, leading to breakdown. 10K chart showing us a lower high second entry short. This 2. This is very confusing, going in and out of the 20 EMA. Very hard to tell what's going to happen here. I'm just going to sit on my pause. I need some direction. In my opinion, this should go to the upside. In my opinion, I think it's going to go up. Give me a 1 if you think it's going to go up from here. Give me a 2 if you think it's going to go down from here. We got a little trading range going on. Little trading range action. I think it's going to go up. What say you, chat? 1, it goes up. 2 goes down. Ooh. Mungo says 0. Mungo thinks the market's just gonna disappear. Let's see who's gonna be right. 1 or 2. This can go up or down. One and a 2 and a 3. Strong push up. I would say the ones are right. I'm trying to hit yesterday's close. Most likely won't get a setup here, but if we do, I might go long. I feel like here we might just get a higher low. Sorry, yeah, higher low here, which will trigger this 2, right? Basically follow through on this breakout bar. It's a reasonable long to take, in my opinion. It's a reasonable long. It's not a two-legged pullback, but it's a reasonable long. The hard part about this trade is that yesterday's close is right here. It can act as a resistance. Big push down, bouncing off the 240 SMA. Higher time frame. This trap triggered on the 10K chart. This is how I knew it was going to go to the upside. When I saw this on 10K, I had a feeling it was going to go to the upside rather than downside. 5-minute chart. It's pretty much choppy here, but it is showing some bullishness now with this reversal here. We see that we had this trading range, came down, retested the trading range, 20 EMA. Also, the trading range here can be a failed breakdown, come back into it. A lot of reason, good signal bar as well, small risk. Not a bad trade to take, actually. We actually hit yesterday's close. Currently bouncing off of it. Adam said first day in past Apex. Let's go, baby. Congratulations. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. 150 viewers. 30 likes. You guys can do better than that. Adam asked, do they decided they want to fund you even when you just hit the target on the first day? The thing is, you have to have 10 trading days minimum, so make sure you trade micros. And when I say trade micros, I mean trade micro. Trade one micro contract until 10 days are up. And I'll literally, you know, if you have enough buffer, I'll just, you know, open and close a trade using micros. You'll risk about $1 to $2, and hopefully you have enough buffer that you can do that until 10 days. I would like this long, but too far away from 20 MA. Bouncing off yesterday's close, coming to 20 EMA, also coming below our trend line now, breaking down. Second entry long here. The only thing I don't like about this is that there's a resistance right above here. It's a higher low second entry long, and the fact that we bounced off yesterday's close and reversed off of it makes this long a little sketchy for me to take. Still clearly above the 20 MA. Risk is small as well. You could also read this like this: a breaker trend to new high, bouncing off resistance. So that means that you're not necessarily looking for a long trade. You may be looking for a short trade, especially now we're beneath the 20 MA. Decent push down here. I'll look for a fail second entry long here. That'll be the trade I'll take here. Right, balancing off that resistance, break a trend to new high. I'll take a trap here. I mean, definitely not going to go long underneath the 20 MA like that. Currently, it's a micro double top, not giving you any entry whatsoever to go short. Some would trade this inside bar to go either a break out or break down of it. Smaller time frame will just simply be a triangle. So it doesn't give us an entry. If we got that tick above previous candle's high, that'd be a nice short right there. But the market was being stingy, didn't give us that first, the second entry long to fail and for us to have an entry. Instead, it does a micro double top. So market being stingy right there, not giving us what we wanted. No setups for me. No trades yet. I mean, what we just went through, this chop, no setups. This move up, not really any setups. I wanted a setup here, but didn't give it to me. It should have. I needed to trigger one tick above this candle for me to enter short there, and it does the, it basically does the price action, but doesn't give me the setup. All right, it actually goes down and back up and then down. Adam says went 2K past my target. The thing is, if you're up 2K, it's actually, in my opinion, not a good thing. And that means for eval at least, because you're risking drawdown, right? You're risking to, like, if you're above 2K on your eval, that to me, I know it sounds really cool and it's amazing, but it actually sounds a bit silly to me, because you risk, once you pass the eval, then you pass. That's it. There's no reason to make way more than it, because you end up just risking it for no reason, because it's a trailing threshold. So it's nice that you pass 2K, but I would say next time, once you pass, just close your trade, and so you don't risk it. So you don't risk it. I know it sounds nice to be like above, like, man, I killed my eval, I was up 2K above the target. In my mind, I'm thinking, I know that's great, but it's a little bit silly, because you put yourself under unnecessary risk, because once you once you pass, that's it. There's no more benefit to really getting it higher. It's a big reversal off yesterday's close. Big time reversal here. Let's get the higher time frames. Had 4 pushes up on the 10K chart, bouncing off of this. Not sure what today will behold. That'd been a nice trade to be able to actually have entered that, because this whole thing would have been a runner. Unfortunately, market was really stingy with us, didn't give us the setup that we wanted. Yeah, no setups for me. Strong downtrend. Ends up being a fail second entry long here, but too far away from 20 MA. Very difficult to enter this downtrend right now. Major Dave says, so the twos had it right. Not really. The timing. Right premise, wrong timing, bad trade. Eagles bad trade. The timing was better here. And you're looking for a, 1-to-1 risk reward here from this trading range. You basically made the 1-to-1. And that's what people are doing. Obvious target, yesterday's close. And notice it was the close, the actual close of the day, which was right here. It was not the close at, 4 o'clock. It's the close at 5 o'clock that acted as resistance. Notice that. I know there are some people who think the close is actually, at 4 o'clock or something silly like that. But no, when it comes to futures, you trade the futures as the futures, and the close is the close at 5. Because there's still price action that goes on after that. Broccoli Giraffe asks, in your old videos you used 5 contracts, 1 runner. Any reason why you use 1 contract now? Mostly because I'm trading across so many accounts. I'm not necessarily looking for... What I'm trying to do is preserve my accounts. That's the most important thing when it comes to prop trading. Not about necessarily getting a lot of money in one account. Because you have so many accounts, it's more important just to preserve it. So obviously, the more accounts you trade, the more likelihood you are to bust your account. And so I like to have... I like to trade safer. But today I'll be trading 2 contracts if I can. I just don't like this price action right now. It's choppy. This is a 2-leggy here. Unfortunately, it's far away from 20 MA. A, B, C. Ooh, we actually got to pop the 4th push up. I actually like that trade, but still far away from 20 MA. It's not near the key area. Also outside bar reversal. Very tricky. Very tricky. That's why you wait till it hits 20 MA here. Almost worth having a limit order at the 20 MA here, in my opinion. Limit order at 20 MA, maybe have like a 3-point stop loss, but you can capture this entire swing here. Do not copy my trades. 1, 2, 3, 4 points of risk here. Do not copy my trades. Gonna see if I can come back into this trading range here. Do not copy my trades. It's the second entry short. Signal bar is not the best. I can try come with retracement to make it a little less risk. If I come with this retracement, it'll be a 3-point risk here. I'm not sure if the market's gonna be generous enough to give it to me though. Nope. Market's gonna go without me. I was trying to get a small retracement here, reduce that risk. But it's a two-leggy. No longer interested in that trade. It makes a 2-point scalp there. Maybe with a lower high. I'm thinking a failed breakout, come back into the trading range. But 4-point risk, I could have taken the 4-point risk right there. I just didn't like the fact that this was like basically a bull bar coming off the 20 MA. But that's why you wait till it hit the 20 MA, because of situations like this. This is the exact reason why you wait for the 20 MA and now we're hitting it, making a new low. Patient pays. Patience pays right there. You could have tried to enter in all of these. You could have made money off this one, but all the other ones probably get trapped. I was trying to come in with a retracement, but it didn't come high enough for me. My retracement, I went to risk 3 points instead of 4, and ended up being you had to risk 4 points there. You get 2 times risk reward here. Coming back, right, trading range, right, basically failed breakout, hitting the 20 MA. It's similar to this one here, where you basically had failed breakdown. Well, this is the one that, what's just the one? Actually, this was one. It's a small one, but you big push up and failed breakdown, comes back into the trading range. Lower high entry here, potentially. Edward here, Anna M asks, if you wiped out a performance account, do you have to take again the evaluation account? Yes. If you fail the performance account, the only way to get another performance account is by passing evals again. But I believe Apex, if you do fail a PA account, they give you a coupon to get 80% off, I believe, to try again on the eval. So yeah, that's like one attempt. The failed breakout leads to failed breakdown, comes back up. I put a poll up to see, you know, which Apex accounts you prefer. A lot of you guys like the 50K accounts, which makes sense because the 50K account, The nice thing about the 50K account is that it's it's nice because it's cheaper than a reset. And so if you fail a 50K account, it's actually cheaper to just to buy another eval using the 80% coupon code. And it's only like that until what, 7/10, so 2 more days until Sunday night. Yours on this is the only thing I don't like about Apex is that you need to trade 25 days in order to take money out. So tough to stay consistent that long. To be honest, you can trade it like any other thing. If you are consistent and you have like, for a short period of time, maybe 1 month, just trade micros until you can withdraw and just trade from there. I think there's almost, in my opinion, very hard to find a reason not to try prop firms, in my opinion. The only thing I can understand is if you're deathly scared of the trailing threshold for the evaluation. At a certain point, the trailing threshold disappears for the performance accounts. So that's not really an issue. But if you're profitable, I just really don't feel like there's a reason not to try a prop firm. I find a hard reason not to, in my opinion. Of course, he says a 50K costs 83, reset 80. Even, yeah, technically it's a little cheaper. Getting really weird here. Getting a little choppy. It does seem like it's about to reverse here, but still a little confusing. Getting many overlapping bars here. We do have a trading range, might come back into it, but I don't know. The fact that it's staying above the 20 MA and above the trading range indicator, like bouncing off of it, makes it a little sus to go short here on this lower high, in my opinion. But who knows? I mean, the fact that there's just overlapping bars here makes this a trading range in itself, which most trading ranges, fail to break out. So that creates an outside bar reversal. I'll say this is probably the best trade of the day here. You actually don't get your 2 times risk reward, which is unfortunate. But at least at the bottom of the trading range. At least a new low. Truly have no idea what's happening here. I know what's happening here. It's choppy, and what means that you don't, make a trade. But what I mean by I don't know what's happening is I don't know if it's an uptrend or downtrend or which way it's going to break out at this point. I can see what's happening. Clash with me asks, what you trading? This is a cryptocurrency called the emini futures, and it's one of the greatest cryptocurrencies ever. The most liquid cryptocurrency you can imagine. More liquid than Bitcoin. Can you imagine that? Sorry, it's the panda coin. So most of you guys do the 50K accounts. The 50K account's nice because the trailing threshold with the profit target is very good. Very easy to pass the 50K evals. Now, don't let that discourage you if you have a hard time passing the 50K eval. But I would just say it's probably the easiest one to pass. John John Lee says, Panda, I just blew up because I long the top and short the bottom of this range. That's how it gets you, man. That's how it gets. That's how these ranges get you. It makes you think it's gonna start trending, and then reverses. Makes you think it's gonna go long, reverses. The higher low ends up creating a nice reversal here. Notice in the higher time frames, we're still in a big trading range. The 5-minute chart as well, trading range. No entries for us again. I would have liked the trap trade here. Fails against your short, but again, the market's being super stingy, right? Stingy here, stingy again here. It's a very stingy market. Yeah, I don't know why you want a face reveal. I mean, I can shave the fur off my face. You can see like a naked panda face. If that's what you mean, like you can't see my face because there's too much fur on it. This is my actual face. Ezra Chapman asks thoughts on this higher low. This too, I'm guessing what he's talking about. Do we like this trade? Well, it's not really part of our setup, but it's reasonable to take this long, in my opinion. I mean, if you have the right risk reward, I mean, you will probably have to swing this trade, and your risk reward still hasn't been hit. You have about one more point to make here, but it's a reasonable trade to take. But in my opinion, it's just too choppy. Too choppy, too many overlapping bars. Plus, it's, we only trade second entries here, so that was a first entry. Trap does trigger here. Just doesn't come back to the 20 MA, a little too far away. And we already learned our lesson here. You have to wait till it hits a key area before you take that trap. And this trap is too far away from 20 MA. We would like the trap to be in this area to reverse up. But this is too high. Genius, then where's your body, or are you just a floating? I actually have a I have a green suit on which covers my body, and it makes me look like I'm floating, but yeah, it's just a green suit, guys. It's just a green suit. It's not complicated. It's pretty simple actually, and the fact that you guys couldn't figure that out, it disappoints me. Andrew Gibson gets it right perfectly, yes. Obviously, I can't be a floating head. That's impossible. Has that 2 times risk reward been hit yet on this trade for the higher low? Yep. 2 times risk reward's been hit on this higher low setup off of 20 MA. John Lee asks, Panda, can I have your indicator for free? There is a free trial, so you can try it for free. And this goes without saying, there is currently an 80% off code of Apex. If you don't know what Apex is, it's basically what we trade here every single day, risk-free. So you might see me red on stream, but it doesn't really matter because we're trading risk-free. It's not my money. How is it risk-free, you may ask? It's a prop firm. That means that if you can pass an evaluation, they'll fund you. And it's simple as that. It's really simple as that. You get funded if you pass the evaluation. If you can't pass the evaluation, then most likely you may need to trade. You may need more experience. If it's hard for you to pass evaluation, then maybe it's just, I understand people use evaluation as practice, which I think is a great idea because you put a little skin in the game, and then it makes you stick to the rules, keeps you a little more accountable. Because everyone lies. Everyone lies to themselves, especially with sim. But not to say that you shouldn't sim trade. I think you should start with sim trading. But the nice thing about eval is that you also get a license with NinjaTrader, so they allows you to basically trade with data. And so otherwise, you do have to pay a small fee. It's like $4 or something like that a month. It's very little, but the problem is you have to pay for NinjaTrader then. But with the demo account, I believe you can trade NinjaTrader for free, but you just have to pay for the data. John Lee says, Panda, how many evals have you failed? One of my friends failed over 200. Whew. Okay. You know what? I'm not even surprised. If you trade like with the 80% off code, 200? I actually, no, it depends if you're like copying your trades. I can see that happening. Kippograss, why do you need a license? You need a license to use NinjaTrader. NinjaTrader is not a free product. You can have a lifetime license for $1,000. That's how much it costs. But with Apex, they give you that license for free. They give you a license with it. Johnny says they reeled him in and kept on resetting after failing. He got emotional. So he did 200 resets. It could not pass one time. I would say that's not a problem with Apex. That's a problem probably with your friend. He probably needs to have a better strategy or learn his strategy better, his system. I'm just not sure why. You should be able to pass. If you're a profitable trader, like it took me like 2 tries to pass, and I just feel like, man, 200 times couldn't pass one time. I feel like that's pretty rough. That is rough. So I had asked, what is an eval? Evaluation is basically, so Apex has certain accounts that you can, try for. They have a bunch actually. It ranges from like 25K to 300K, and with little as like 20 some dollars, you can start an evaluation. I think the 25K one is like that for 80% off. But basically, there's certain rules that you have to pass a eval, and those rules make it very difficult to pass for a lot of traders because there's a trailing threshold. But if you can pass, if you can reach a certain profit target in within, well, actually, you could take as long as you want. You just have to finish it. You just have to trade at least 10 days, not max 10 days. There's some gauntlets out there, combines that make you like rush you and make you pass evals at a certain amount of time. I think that's silly. That's not your best interest in your mind. You know, that company doesn't have your best interest in your mind. Actually, making it minimum 10 days, the company has your interest in their mind, because they're not trying to rush you. You know, they're not trying to rush you. You can pass it within 100 days, doesn't matter. But you know, once you pass it, then you can get funded. Simple as that. Major Dave asked, will they reimburse? Nope, they won't. No setups here on this uptrend. Another just choppy sideways movement here. Falcon One asks, after you pass a trial period, do your contracts go into the market? That's a business decision on Apex. You know, honestly, if I was Apex, I would not copy. So basically, you're trading sim though. You're still trading sim, just like the evals, but that gives them the power to have your trades copied over to their big funded account. And so, I think personally, Apex probably doesn't use your trades until you have, I think they have like an internal probation period, like a secondary eval for themselves to see if they want to copy your trades, because you have about 10% of people passing evals. I think, you know, that's probably reasonable. And then within those 10%, you have probably another 10% who are profitable traders. And so you have about 1% traders from all the evals trying. And I mean by everybody. Like, you're talking like people who have never traded before, people who are like, what is this? And they just do whatever they want. And, you know, you're having all from every range. You have about 10% people passing evals. And from those 10%, some of them get lucky. And from those 10%, they have, I think there's another 10% within there that actually are profitable traders that they probably want to copy. That's what I'm thinking. But how they determine that, I do not know. But it's clear to me that you're not trading directly into the market. You're trading basically a rhythmic account, and they have the power to choose if they want to copy your trades or not. Yeah, I have a Twitter. I haven't updated in a long time. Big push up here, coming right back to yesterday's close. Most likely going to break through it, and most likely going to break yesterday's high, in my opinion. This is how the candle looks like, right? We come back up on the daily chart, retest the 20 EMA, probably going to burst out and break out here of this trend line. In my opinion, I think that's going to happen today. But who knows? Is Apex better than FTMO? Don't know what that is. Big push up here. About to break the overnight high, which is right here. Overnight high. Could not break the overnight low, which is right here. Big push up here. I'm not going to attempt to say that name, but thank you for subscribing. Pandas, make sure you guys scalp that like button. You know, this is overextended at this point. It is an uptrend, but a little overextended. Can't take this long trade. Maybe a two-leggy off the 20 MA here. Maybe. Even then, I am not entirely sure that's what I want to do. In my opinion, this is probably an overshoot. I think that's fair. Overshoot. Typically, it's an undershoot. We're struggling to break the overnight highs, which is this blue line. This blue line was drawn here. Blue line, the overnight high. Struggling to get there. I think ultimately we'll break through it and probably break above yesterday's high, creating follow through on the daily chart on this big bull bar. And that will mean probably, man, I don't know, maybe a big push up. I don't know. Could be a big reversal. Very strange because, in my opinion, if the TNX is high, right, the 10-year, if that is going up still, in my opinion, this market, there's too much pressure for this market to really go up that much higher. But, you know, who knows? Who knows? I just feel like that would be a very strange thing to happen. We do break above the overnight highs. Nothing's happening here. No trades. Just waiting. I had 0 trades today. I mean, chop, breakout, reversal, chop, breakout. This is crazy. I'll probably do like this. And then this, the trading range indicator, basically capture this one. Another one here. Another one here. Another one forming here, potentially. Yeah, the BBM 50 is like stuck on there. Can't change that. I guess technically, maybe I could. But actually, the BBM 50 will also give you 80% off right now. The yeah, BBM 50. So like, I believe you can get 20 accounts with BBM 80, and then 20 more accounts with BBM 50. So altogether about 40 accounts. If you notice, a 10,000 tick chart, simply just a trading range from the top to the trading range to the bottom, attempt to the top to the bottom, back to the top again. It's a big W, double bottom, probably big push up here. 5 minute as well. Strong bull bars, any under high, strong bull bar with follow through. Goodness. Second clamp says, like at a time or ever. With this 80% off code, I believe there's a cap at 20. I could be wrong. I'm not sure if anyone's tried, but I can't use my own codes, so I don't know how the codes work. But with like the special flash sale with 80% off, I believe, yes. Big push up, about to break yesterday's high, but we're way overextended. It's not a trade I like to take to break above yesterday's high with follow through. We need some sort of pullback here. Yeah, I think it's 20. I don't know. If anyone can confirm. If anyone trying to make at least 20 accounts, they can confirm. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. It does help out the channel a lot. Orion Training says 50K account in my opinion is easiest to pass. It's true. Easiest to pass. It gives you 10 contracts to trade with a 50K account. That's pretty incredible. We're just grinding up here. No entries for me. Thanks for subscribing. Do appreciate it. I'm almost at 10K subs. And at 10K subs, I think I'm going to have a little special for you guys. Definitely going to snag another code for you guys. And I'm going to also, do some raffles. At 5K, I did like $50 raffle. Maybe at 10K, I might do 100. I might be very generous. Who knows? Maybe I'll give someone like a PA account. That'd be great. One of my viewers will get 100K PA accounts. I'm gonna ask Apex for that. Free 300K Apex account raffle. Got nothing going on here. Truly, no setups here. It's just, I'm not gonna lie. The two-legged pullback setups have been sparse. But when you get a good setup, it's just a high probability trade. Market's just been so stingy. Like I would have liked a nice trap here. I would have taken the trap. Trap here also would have liked that trap, but missed the second entry long by 1 tick, so it doesn't trigger that trap for me. Annoying. This is yesterday's high, and we're currently testing it. I just look at a daily chart. It looks like it's gonna break above it. Just the strong bull bar ending near its high, and we basically came at about a 50% retracement of that bar and bounced back up. Makes it feel like we're gonna break out here, but also Friday, so I don't know. Mo7sin asks, does a trade copier match my position size around your accounts? Or do you have to adjust them? You can set it up. There's a couple ways to do it. You can either do it by, exact quantity, or you can do a ratio. It's pretty nice. I think you can also copy it from ES to MES, which is also nice. So say like, you want to trade the emini, but you want to have the exposure of the MES. you can trade like sim on the emini, and you can just copy the trades into MES, which might be even better than the overlay. But who knows? You can do like that. Amanda Martinez asks, Panda, have you tried first entries trading? I found some success when combining momentum. Yeah, the problem is that it's hard to know what is momentum, right? What is momentum? Many times first entries fail. Most of the time first entries fail, actually. So it's a little difficult to know, like, when a good first entry would be and when to start taking them. So unless you have a definitive way to recognize strong momentum, then I would say okay, then we might have a system going. Here you could say maybe obviously strong momentum, right? Multiple bull bars in a row. So first entry, far away from 20 MA, just enter first entry here. Maybe just enter this first entry, first touch off the 20 MA. Maybe first entry here off the 20 MA. Maybe, but you're in chop here. So I'm not against any type of system. I just want to be able to clearly define, the setup. So if you can find like a clear way to say, okay, this is strong momentum. Even when you talk about price action, just a clear, maybe a general definition of what momentum looks like with price action as well. Like 10 bars, strong bull bars ending on their high, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Bull bars ending on their high here, right? Obvious breakout mode. Dan Robo asks, hey, new to the channel, do you have a set take profit for each trade? We scalp here, so take about 2 points per trade with about a 3 to 4 point risk. So I have a feeling even this might trigger a second entry long here. It's not a good one. It's too overextended. I just don't know. Yeah, Al Brooks will say basically any strategy would work as long as you have the correct risk-reward ratios and you stick to them. I think, at the end, it's a math game. Probabilities times your reward divided by your risk. That is, what you need to consider. So I think, basically the trader's formula, as long as you have it above, positive, that's your edge. So, you can take any setup, you can take double bottoms, but you have to understand, take a double bottom, you got to get 2 times risk reward. And some people have a hard time holding trades for that long. You also have to be able to be very good at recognizing market cycles, because when it comes to trading range days, it's a very different way to trade than trending days. And the problem is sometimes it does both in one day. Right now it's doing both, right? We had a trading range, and now all of a sudden it's turning to a trend. Basically, all in all, trading is very difficult. I mean, it's one of the hardest things in the world. Imagine, very few people can do it. And if something is hard, right? Just imagine like if you're trying to try out for the NFL, or a world premier soccer league. Some of the hardest things to do in the world, and only the best of the best are good at it and can make it, can succeed. And I would say similarly, it's trading. When it comes to trading, it's all about performance. You got to perform well. You got to execute well. You got to have a good plan. You have to have 2 or 3 steps ahead, of the market. You have to have understanding of good risk reward, in my opinion. I just feel like people who enter trading think it might be easy because it's just buy and sell, but when you really think about it, I think the best traders in the world, their best tool they have is cash management, trade management. It's not even the setups, really, at the end, because there's a lot of setups out there and they all can be successful if you trade them correctly. But the hardest thing is, I think, is to understand the risk reward, for each setup. Do not copy my trades. I'll take one trade here. I'm not a full-time trader. This is why I stream only for like an hour. Ooh, bad signal bar coming off the trend line, but you see the 20 EMA starting to curl down like this? That's usually not a good sign to go long. But we are hitting our trend line now here. Some can say break a trend already, huh? I think overshoot is a bigger problem, leading to undershoot. We're off the 20 EMA, also off our trend line here. Strong trend up, but currently turning to a trading range. Could be a lower high. Difficult to go long here. Very difficult to go long in my opinion, but strong uptrend. Yesterday's high could be resistance here. Missing it by half a point. Decent signal bar now. Ends pretty strongly. Risk is small. EMA is flattening out. Hard to take this trade in my opinion still. I'm just going to see the outcome of this trade. Maybe come back to the trading range up here. I want to see the outcome of this trade. And I'm not going to take it because it feels a little too sketchy. The overshoot, the resistance, coming back down makes me feel like we can have another push down here. But, yep, another push down, trap. Good thing I didn't enter that trade. I was thinking about it because it's a second entry long off the 20 EMA and also off our trend line. But I'm looking at this overshoot, and now I'm thinking it should lead to an undershoot, also resistance. 20 EMA starting to curl down as well, so not something that makes me feel confident that we're gonna go. We have very strong bullish momentum. Momentum is kind of lacking now. All right, Penis. That's it for today. I'll see you guys on Monday, bright and early, and yeah. Trade safe, everybody. And I know I had no trades today, but I'm still here explaining every single setup and explaining what I'm looking for, explaining the missed setups that we couldn't get that we wanted at the good context, right? Good context here. Or the context was so good, you know, but didn't give us our setup. Here as well, context was good. Didn't give us our setup. Those are the two trades I would liked. But yeah, I would say, you know, these trades here. This one was a decent trade, right? From the breakdown, failed breakdown, bounce off, good signal bar. I would have liked this to have been a trap. I would have liked this to have been a trap. But, you know, you can only take what the market gives you. It is what it is. So, Pandas, I'll see you guys on Monday. Have an amazing weekend. Yeah, recharge that capital. Make sure you guys take advantage of that Apex coupon. It ends this Sunday. So, please take advantage of it if you can. And as always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.